All right, so Wilma and I are at City Hardware in Subulan, and we're going to see what they have for a tile supply here. So see you inside. Okay, so we're inside City Hardware in Subulan. This is looks like a brand new store, and it's bigger than the one in Dumaguete. Looks like a lot of selection and real good parking out front, a lot of parking. So you can see they have a real nice supply. So now I know why my contractor says he comes here to buy a lot of his items. I mean, they have generators, air compressors. I mean, you can see it's a very, very large store. Okay, so here is Gagard. He's here to lend us a hand, customer service. My contractor also said that this City Hardware has excellent customer service, and once we walked in, Gagard came right up to us and said, you know, he's here to help us. So just real quickly, if you see this style right here, it looks like wood planking. And this color is more than likely going to be what we're going to choose for the master bedroom and walk-in closet. Possibly the master bath as well, and it's got a texture to it. So of course we're concerned about slippage. Now we wouldn't put this in the shower, but this is kind of what we're looking for the master. And they are 139 pesos a piece. So this is the look we're going for. Okay, so now for the two spare rooms, the two spare bedrooms, and the spare bathroom, we're going with the gray theme. And the reason for that is we have wardrobes that we purchased in Leyte and brought with us, and they have a gray look to them. The wardrobes that'll be in the spare rooms, which is basically about that color right there. And again, this has a texture to it, so it's non-slip. It's tile. It's a ceramic tile, and again, they're all 139 pesos a piece. So for the spare two bedrooms and the spare bathroom, we're going with something like this, you know, possibly something like this. But I think we like the knots, the faux knots, and then again for the master, same type of tile, has the nice faux knots in it, and looks like a wood planking. You can see they're 1 meter long, and they're a very nice tile. So before we get into shopping for the main area of the house, you know, again, just want to share what the bedrooms and walk-in closet and the bathrooms are going to look like. Okay, so now we're in the 60 cm by 60 cm section, and they have quite a few choices here. So just kind of go through and show you what's in stock. So this is the matte finish. There's the boss. Okay, so Wilma's smiling a little bit because she said on HGTV she saw this type of tile. Now this is a marble look, and it's, again, don't know if the camera's picking it up. It's a tannish with a little hint of yellow, and then it has some browns in it. So she actually found a photo of a living space, and she has a picture of this tile, or very close to this tile, on her phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find that photo and then put it into today's video to show how this tile would look in our house. So we're going to put this down as a maybe, and we're actually going to purchase one of these and take it back to our townhouse and put it with our furniture and see how it lines up. So again, this is a little different from what we've been saying the last few days, but again, you know, happy wife, happy life. So we're gonna put this in the maybe column, and then you know, I think what we're gonna do is just start buying one of each. You know, get 4 or 5 choices. You know, we want to stick with the brownish, and this does have some brown in it, but it has, you can see, it's more of a marbled look. And guys, just so you guys know, I think I mentioned it, our furniture is espresso, so like a dark brown. So I think grays are out. I don't think a gray floor like that would look well with brown furniture. So, you know, we're going to be leaning more towards, you know, the browns. And this is like a tan, you know, like that right there is tan. That is more of a brown color. And then the overall is, you know, a tin of yellow. So we're going to put this in the maybe column, and then we'll show you what it looks like in the townhome with our furniture. So this is the high gloss white, but this has the gray tones, and they have several of them here, and they're 166 pesos per piece. But I believe this color is out because this is the gray in it, and we're looking for the tan. So we do not see a tile here that has this white look with the tan in it. They really do have a nice selection here at this store. So I'll just take a few seconds and show you some of the other items that they have. '70s green. There's the famous urinal that Wilma's going to make me get. So it's going to look something like this. Well, that's a beautiful tub, huh? It's gorgeous. And this is pretty close to what we'll have in the spare bathroom. That'll be up off the floor, so it's mounted on the wall. It'll look similar to this. If we're going with the gray floor in there, then obviously we won't buy brown. We'll look for a gray. That's nice. It's a nice clean look. Okay, so we're back at the the granite and quartz countertop store. So last time I was here, we were going after the black granite, but now we're thinking about going to the white quartz. So Wilma's here now. So this is what we're looking at. So this is a synthetic quartz, and this is 1 meter wide, so it's 100 centimeters. And then the piece next to it is 60 centimeters, which is the width of the cabinets. So this would be the back wall, and then this would be the island. So we're leaning towards this, and this is 2.66 meters, so 266 centimeters long, which that's a real long island. That'll look gorgeous. And then we'd probably need 2 pieces of the 60 cm, and they have looks like they have 3 pieces. And then this is a little wider, so this wouldn't work for the kitchen because that's too wide. I believe it needs to be 60 cm for the kitchen cabinets. So this is what we're leaning towards right now. So this piece here is, I believe, is 25,000 pesos, and then this is how much, Wilma? 15.5 pesos. It's double the price of the granite. So this is synthetic quartz, and then all this is the granite. And these pieces are just 8,000. So 8,000 to 15,000. So it's double for the quartz. So of course that's a consideration. But if we're going to go with the tan floors and the tan backsplash because of our espresso furniture, the black probably would not go well, black and brown. So we would switch over to quartz, and there's benefits to quartz. It stains less than the granite. The granite is porous, but again, it's double the price, so it's something that we're going to have to consider. Now Wilma likes this color for the dirty kitchen. It's a little brighter. So that's 8,000. So I don't know how many pieces we need. I'm hoping we can get away with just 1 piece. So we'll take a look at that. And they have plenty of pieces. They go about 4 or 5 deep. So just wanted to show you guys that we're moving away from the black and moving towards, more than likely, this synthetic quartz. 1 meter wide for the island and 60 cm wide for the main kitchen countertop area. So what do you think, Wilma?
It's good. He said this came from Italy.
Oh, it's from Italy?
They're very limited in stock. This just came, and he said
it goes fast.
It goes fast.
Okay, all right, and it came from Italy.
Yeah, this came from Manila, and they don't have no more this stock in Manila.
Okay.
And
so
from Italy to Manila and then
to here. Okay, ask them about the granite. Where is this granite coming from?
China.
Okay, so that granite's from China. Okay. All right. Decisions. I figured I'd show you guys a little bit of Dumaguete as we're coming back from City Hardware. So we're coming out to the boulevard. So the ocean is to our left, and then this is the main boulevard. On the right hand side there's all restaurants and hotels, coffee shops, a lot going on here at night. And then on the left hand side is starts the boardwalk. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but there's a boardwalk right to our left, and basically goes down pretty far. I would say the boardwalk is a kilometer long, and And then there's a very large boardwalk area. You can see the palm trees there to the left, and some coconut trees as well. But this is the main stretch. Alright, so here's a typical intersection. You can see there's no stop signs, no red light. It's just the honor system. So not a lot of traffic today, but you just kind of just nudge your way forward. Like I said, it's the honor system, and it works. So we got through without any problems. So to the left is Robinson Mall. It's a very nice mall, restaurants, a lot of stores, grocery store. And then this is the highway heading towards Bakong and then Dauin. Okay, so we're outside of Dumaguete, almost to Dauin, and you can see that the roads here, it's 4 lanes, much less traffic. You can move along at a pretty good clip. I'm doing 75 kilometers per hour right now, and traffic is much less. It's exactly what we like. All right, guys, we're back at the construction site. It's construction day 30. And Wilma, what did you think of that white quartz?
I like it very much.
Yeah, I like it too, and I think that's what we're going to go ahead and purchase. The sales guy said that was white synthetic quartz, and you know, we took him at his word, but it didn't feel like quartz to me. You know, when you touch quartz, it has that little feels like plastic a little bit when you tap it. It doesn't necessarily feel like hard stone, like granite does. So for some reason, I'm thinking that's a white granite. Again, I'm not a construction guy, but I'm going to have my contractor take a spin up there because he's going to have to reserve that. It's beautiful. It's very white. It's nice size. It's 1 meter wide and then 60 centimeters wide, which is a standard size for countertops. 2.66 meters long, so it's a real long piece. The bad news, it's double the price of the granite that was there. And then that piece that I filmed that was to the left of that quartz or granite, that's probably what we'll purchase for the dirty kitchen. It has a nice speckle to it, and it has that tan in it, which is kind of the theme that we're going for. So more to come on that, and we'll go from there. We also purchased 1 tile today, so when we get back to the townhouse, I'll take a photo or a quick video of how that looks as compared to the furniture. And we did not stop by Robinson Builder on the way back because we wanted to get up to the work site. It's lunchtime now, but we'll go ahead and purchase that one that we liked, and I'll try to put a picture of that in this video. And then that'll give us 2 choices. So we're starting to narrow it down, and you know, things is moving in the right direction. Tomorrow, that real estate agent that I've been talking to you guys about will be on site here. Her name is Alma, and I will interview her, and that'll wrap up that 3-part series regarding how to use a realtor and how to navigate through Facebook Marketplace, and it will give you guys a real good contact if you're interested in moving to this area. She also told me that she has some contacts in other islands, so that'll be a good conversation. So I'm going to go ahead and interview her tomorrow, and that'll be in tomorrow's video. All right, guys, I'll see you up at the construction site. All right, so on yesterday's video, I was showing this mahone and how it related to being 1.5 meters from the front fence, and then how the property line actually goes in front of these rocks. So a viewer said, hey, it looks like you built the fence going up the property pretty far from the mahone. And I didn't explain it right, so that was a great catch. So there's actually 2 mahones here. So here is the mahone for the front of the property that goes this way. Okay, right here. Then our property actually goes this way through this rock And then there's another mahone right here. So there's, with that white stick, is the first mahone. And then on an angle, it comes right here. And then this mahone goes straight back. So when you look at it, the property line is actually right here going this way. So the fence is actually, I mean, what is that? Maybe 3 feet? So we built the fence 3 feet from the property line here. And then by eye, it looks pretty close to the property line. It may be 3 or 4 inches on my side. No big deal. And the reason why we did this is because we wanted to stay away from this rock. So, you know, we could have removed this rock or try to chip it out of the way and build the fence right on the line. But to me, I mean, what's a couple of feet? So Richard did a great job. He completed the project. So the right-of-way comes up this way and turns. And then there's the pivot rock. And then it goes up 8 meters across. And then we'll go up to my neighbor's property. So Richard did a nice job of cutting this back for the owner of the subdivision. It looked like that over there. And we cut it back for him. And I got to keep this nice black topsoil. And all this topsoil here is up on the property. We just saved it for a rainy day.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm here with Edlin. And say hello. So Philippine construction is very much different from the West. It just is, and there's just one item that I just can't wrap my head around. So I'm okay with the hollow block construction and all the different ways they build, but I just can't wrap my head around this. But it is what it is. So once the walls are up, and before they render them, they start running the conduit for all the outlets. So this is how they do it. So it's basically just a piece of metal with a nail in it, with a hammer. And all the nice work they did with the hollow block and the cement that goes down into the voids of the hollow block, they chip it all out. And then what they'll do is all the electric comes from the ceiling, up in the ceiling area. So what they're going to be doing, and I'll show this in a series of clips, but they're basically going to just chop out all the way up to the ceiling area. And then you can see that's going to be where the switch is going to be, and then there'll be electrical up there going out for the split aircon. And then, you know, the different outlets. There'll be an outlet here. There'll be a couple here. There'll be one on this wall. So that's how they do it. And it just, it really amazes me. Okay, I haven't shown this corner of the property in a while. This is where that series of giant rocks were, where the bucket broke with the excavator. So there was a rounded rock there, big giant one here, and another giant one here. And it just happened to be right on the property line, right where the fence is going to go. So I wish I did more videoing over here, but they got this done in the afternoon. They cleaned this rock up, and there was a few spots. You can see right here, there's concrete footing. But they're still running the same rebar. But they doweled this rock, and I'm going to show you how they're going to do that here. But this area, what they did was they cleaned up the rock the best they could, and then they drilled in this rock about every 12 inches. So from this column to that column there, which is 3 meters, they drilled 6 to 8 inches in this rock. And then they epoxied in rebar. And they drove it down in that rock. And then they used that as the strength to start building the wall. So one would think it'd be very strong. And they did the same thing here. This was a rounded rock. They cleaned it up. They did get a chance to pour some concrete here and on this side as a footing, but they doweled this, drilled into the rock, epoxied the rebar, and then drove it in to the rock, and then built the fence on top of those dowels. So they got a little ways to go, and they were able to get a footing in here, but you can see there they're gonna have to dowel into that. So I'm gonna do my best to show that. Okay, this is a real good look of that truss, which I'm going to start referring to it as an I-beam. So here is the first I-beam in place. So what they did was they cut it into the form, and then there's that rebar going horizontally and vertically, and they're getting ready to pour that. But they put that I-beam and put it into that rebar, and then they got up there this morning and they welded it. So it's welded to the rebar. Then they will pour the cement around it. So that'll all be tied together. So it's a good look of the support of the main room, the span. And then the same process over here, welded in, and then when they pour the column and pour the beam, the I-beam will be in the middle of that cement. And that's gonna hold the roof in place. The trusses will go this way. And then there'll be another I-beam that'll come from this area here, the center, this way, and will go across to meet up with this, and then it will continue on to meet up with the very large beam that'll go across the front. So like I said, a little crisscross. And then I asked more questions about those clips, and they call it Typhoon Clips. And what that will do is the purlin, so the trusses will go basically over top of the I-beams. So the trusses will rest on these I-beams. They'll be welded, and then they'll have those, what they call a typhoon clip. I had never seen one before, and maybe you have, and if not, I guess we'll see them together for the first time. And then the purlins that crisscrosses left to right on the bottom of the truss as well as the top. That'll be where the metal roof lies, and then the cement board for the ceiling from the underneath. So I'll do my best to do a video on each step, and we'll see how this works out.